Hello everyone, welcome to Godavar's Chess channel and I hope you liked all my videos and thanks for 9 subscribers. My aim is around 1000 subscribers and I hope you will complete it. So today guys we are going to discuss about the Sicilian defense. I think many of you know about the Sicilian defense, but I want to cover some more brief about that Sicilian defense. And Sicilian defense is a very powerful tool which is played at international level as well as intermediate, beginner and advanced level too. It is a very famous opening in which black plays the Sicilian. First of all, the game starts with the move e4. Black plays the move c5. c5 is Sicilian defense. Let's just flip the board. Yes. So e4. e4 is played first and then goes c5. c5 controls the d4 square and this is a very good pawn here actually, because after some time this pawn will get exchanged with the center pawn and you would have two double pawns, whereas white would be only having one double pawn. So after c5, knight f3, and here are two main lines, not two, three. First is knight c6, d6, e6. e6 is also very much played and d6 is also. Actually d6 is the most common, but knight c6 is played now in a lot of games it is played. Actually it is played many times by Magnus Carlsen too. Then bishop d5 comes usually, or sometimes d4 also happens. So we are going to discuss about all the variations. First of all, let's go with the common line d6. d6 is actually very good move because this controls the d5 square, sorry e5 square, and it does not allow white to play e5, as well as it gives some support to the c5 pawn. First of all, the d4 pawn, and here this would lead to an open Sicilian because after takes the position would become open. So black takes because he is getting a center pawn with the exchange of a side pawn. Knight takes it and then knight f6 attacking the pawn. Knight to c3 defending the pawn. And here are many lines. First of all, let's discuss about g6, knight c6, a6, sometimes e5 is played but it is not too much good. We are going to discuss about all. First of all, let's see a6, the Naryov. Actually a6 is played a lot because this prevents the bishop from going here for a check. So for example, if black plays a move like h6, which is a very common move, and white has a great move which is bishop d5 check. Now he has only 1, 2 and 3 uh, pieces to defend it. See what happens with knight c6. Knight takes, pawn takes, bishop takes, check and rook. Okay, so this is just losing. Let's go back. So that is why knight is not too much good, not good also. Okay, knight d7 actually is also not too much good. See, look, 2.47. Actually, the black knight 3, 4. It's just increasing. Actually, knight this just blocks first of all the king's line. Bishop cannot move, and this knight was at a very good position. It was attacking the e4 pawn, and now it is not too much good position for black. Let's see what happens with bishop to d7. Actually, with bishop to d7 also there are many problems. After exchanges, white would have two knights developed and black would only have one, which is not good, and white has center too, so it would be not too much good. But after exchange also black would not lose. And knight b7 I don't find a good move because now white can just play simple castle. Actually it is a pin. It is a pin in front of the king, so the knight cannot move and he could just castle and develop more and more of his position. So that is why a6 is also played at a very high level. And now we are going to see the main line. Knight to c6, just attacking this knight. And this is played very much commonly. After exchange, this is not good exchange because now black would play this and he gets a square for bishop b7, queen c7, rook c1, rook c8, and this would a very good position, and he gets 3 pawns, whereas white is having only 1, and he would just play moves like d5 and attack. So that is white captures is not good. Bishop e3 is also playing. This is, I think this is the English attack, if I'm not wrong, because now after knight takes, bishop takes could happen, okay? But black usually not takes, he plays a move like e5 or g6 or a6, okay? So e5, g6 or a6 can be played in this position. So this was the main variation which is played in Sicilian. Actually, in the Sicilian defense, black castles usually here, white castles usually here. In the early centuries like 80s, 70s and 90s, white castles here. But right now, players prefer to castle on the long side because now they would push their pawns here and attack on the black's king side. Okay, so knight c6 is the main line, and as I showed you, knight takes c6 is not too much good, but it is also played in many lines. Here, sometimes you could see knight b3 also. So what you would do now? After knight b3, you have good moves which are not a6. Actually, you could play a6, b5, and bishop b7 combination too, but it is some slow. So first of all, you could play e5, then play bishop e7 and then castle first. This is a very good move because your bishop would also get developed and you would get castled also. Whereas white would also be getting castled when you castles, but then you would have good moves like a6, b5 and bishop b7. So guys, after a6 and b5, white does not has any good square. He has to go either to d2 and then play f3, which would get you 2 moves which are very great. If you get 2 moves also na, this is very much powerful and satisfactory for you guys, because for example, in the opening position I get to play 2 moves in a row so that I could develop my pieces. Then I could just play some good moves like qf6 or something like that only, which would attack the f2 pawn of white, and then I would deliver a checkmate if I get 2 moves in a row. Otherwise, if it was white to move, you could play moves like knight f3 to defend it, okay? I hope you understood it. If not, please bring the board and understand it, okay? So here is the position of some of the famous Sicilians, and Sicilian defense has a lot of variations. Some are Naimanov, some are Nadior, some are Dragon, and there are many. Rossolimo, which is played by white actually. There are many variations. Guys, if you are liking this video, then please hit the like button and subscribe my channel, okay? Thank you. So we were talking about knight b3. So knight b3 is played, but not too much also. Okay, so we have looked at a brief position of knight c6. This happens a lot. This was some brief idea of after knight c6 Sicilian, and here black is some better because now black would play e5, bishop e7, castles, goes the bishop somewhere here, or play a move like a6 and b5, and then brings queen to c7, and then bring rook c8, which would be a great development, guys. Okay, so this was now. So guys, after knight takes d4, there is a very great line which is g6, and which is known as the dragon. I hope you have listened about that, because dragon is very much popular. Bishop could be played here by white, and bishops here could be played. So for example, if white plays bishop to e3, black plays the move bishop g7. White plays the move to d2 so that he could long castle. Black also castles, and this leads to a Sicilian dragon formation. So guys, let me show you. This is somewhat of a dragon formation, but it is only a dragon if you play the Sicilian. if you have seen the King's Indian Defense video, then also same formation is made. But guys, actually this formation is the Sicilian Defense Dragon formation. White could also just develop his knight here first earlier at castle, but actually that would not make a Sicilian formation. That would also make a somewhat of a same formation, but that is not known as a dragon. Okay, so this is the Sicilian Defense Dragon formation. After this moves white castles, usually some white. Sometimes black plays a move like knight c6 or d5. Something like that is usually played. Okay, so if you got the main lines, guys, you would learn Sicilian defense very quickly. It's a very easy game and very easy opening. So let's just show you. If you want to learn more about Sicilian defense, just write pdfdrive.com, and in the pdfdrive.com write Sicilian. See the sharpest Sicilian, tactics in the Sicilian dragon move by move. It has a lot of good books. So if you want to learn about that books, you could just download it. I have also downloaded them, and it is a great website to download. I don't like any script because they take money and subscriptions, which is not good. Okay, so after this castles, you could play moves like e5 as well as moves like knight c6. Now let's go back. Okay, sometimes after knight f3, knight to c6 is also played, and e6. So we are going to discuss first about e6. e6 weakens some of the d6 square, and white's main plan is to just break this d6 square, attack this d6 square. White, if plays a move like d4, opens the Sicilian, knight goes, and the knight comes here. Okay, so now you could play a move like knight c6 also, but d5 is also very much popular right now, and b6 and bishop b7 attacking the center pawn is good. e6 is played to play the move d5, guys. Okay, attack the center more. Okay, so that is why e6 is played, and this is also very great Sicilian defense. After the move d6, your bishop blocks. So some of the experts analyzed some more variations, and they found e6 is much better. But e6 is not too much better than d6. I suggest you to play d6, but if you like e6 also, then you can play that also, guys. Okay, so e6 goes with some of these variations. After e6 and knight c3, you could play knight c6, bishop goes here, then you could play, like I said, d5 also. Okay, and you could play bishop e7 and then castle. Okay, and then you could play d5 also, and then you could play d5 also, bishop e7 and castle, guys. So this is also a very great variation played. Let's go. So what if you do not play e6 or d6? Why don't you play the move knight c6, guys? This is also very great variation. Actually, if white plays the move bishop d5, this is known as the Rossolin move. We would discuss it in the later videos, and Rossolin move is also a very great variation played by white. So after knight c6, if white plays bishop b5, queen c7 is very much better. This defends this, and after queen c7, for example, he takes with this, then you could take with the queen also, guys. Okay, you could take with the queen also. So after Rossolimo, bishop b5, then you could play queen c7, then you could bring your knights and bishop e7 and castle. In the Sicilian defense, I have not seen any player till now to castle the long side. Actually, long side is not good because first of all you are opening the c file, which is after long castle the king goes on the c file only. And if you just open the c file, then there is no need to castle on the long side. This would lead to a serious trouble.